This is a depressing little section right here, but it's not as bad as it looks. This is the job that John has gotten done so far on this fender replacement, and as you can see, it's not beautiful yet, but it is ground down where it'll fill in nice, and the lines are wonderfully matched. Problem that some of you that are going to be doing this will have, I know it's probably not going to show up on the camera really well. This right here, it dishes in there. This, the new piece, really does not. It's more of an even slope. And what happens there is these come out of China usually, and their quality control is not the best. So when the stamp's brand new, it'll be a factory replacement 100%, and it'll match up, everything's perfect. But after their 10,000th piece, it's not so much. But John's done a really good job making it work and matching it up. We've had to do some bending and some welding and so on. These are out here to be sandblasted. That's my lower valence, I guess you'd call it. Core support here, it is ugly. I mean, that is an ugly dog turd weld. And we've got some cutting that's been having to be done. But the metal was not in the most beautiful shape, and we really didn't do a lot of cleaning on that because it's not going to show. And we had to patch in some things for strength and so on. This is my door. This is the passenger side door. And it could have been a lot better. I was hoping that it was a lot better, but as you can see from the back here, this is what was underneath. It was starting to rust through. It had some rust, some really good cancer on there. So I cut out all the way down until the rust bulging stopped, and I had to fill in on my last rebuild with this truck. I had to fill in a pretty large hole, a dent, where a farmer had let a tree stump hit it or something. So I had a lot of body filler in there, and since we were already cutting, we've got the metal to replace it, it was just easier to go ahead and cut out a large patch, and that way we can just patch the whole darn thing all at once. But honestly, the door's pretty solid. The hinges are still good. So, you know, all is not lost. But that's a little bit of how come we're taking some time away from really what has to be done to get it on the road to painting a grill, because quite frankly we are both a little discouraged. It has taken a lot of cutting, and long projects just tend to get that way, and every now and then you need to be able to say, oh look, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. For those of you that don't have a plasma torch like me, this is a wonderful, wonderful tool. You can buy a whole pack of these cutoff blades for a little angle grinder. They're like 10 or 11 bucks. They make a real shallow, real narrow cut, and they last real well. They are the next best thing to a plasma torch, in my opinion. And so that's what we're doing. And John's back, so I'm going to see if we can put some paint on stuff.